Hey, welcome to Making Progress, whatever your career is, whatever your industry is. But specifically for this video, I'm going to talk to you who are in healthcare professionals, nurses in particular. Do you want to take charge of your healthcare career? Do you want to take charge and control of your international nursing career? Listen up, listen up, listen up. I worked in healthcare for many years. I've traveled and I've worked in 3 different countries. And one of the things I learned in all my travels is you have to make sure that you market yourself correctly, that you promote yourself correctly to the right companies, the ideal salaries, the ideal places to live and work. Yes? You don't just have to work anywhere. You can decide, I don't want to work there, I want to work in a different place. You can decide which cities you want to live in because you could be that person that is entrepreneur minded. Yes? Did you know if you're an international nurse, you have to learn to think like an entrepreneur? Yes? If you are an international nurse, you have to think like an entrepreneur. You are going to be selling your services to the different institutions and organizations. And I know you may not have heard of it like that because you are trained to think as a nurse, not realizing you are actually a service provider. Yes? And you can decide, I'm going to work with one company or I'm going to work with 3 or 4 different companies. Like, for example, as a travel nurse. Yes? But let's say, for example, you're just starting on your journey and you are thinking, I don't want to do bedside nursing anymore. I'm really tired. I'm exhausted. I don't have a social life. I hardly see my family. Listen up, Coach Meg. I got you. What I want you to do, even after you finish watching this video, I want to go and evaluate what your skill set is. What department do you enjoy working in the most? Because I may have something for you. It depends. Are you one of those people that is proactive? Are you one of those people that is like, I gotta make a decision and I know what I want to do? Let's go, Coach Meg. Yes? I love to help entrepreneurs. Those are entrepreneur minded professionals. How to develop your personal brand, how to create a strong personal brand and a lifestyle business. I worked in healthcare, so I know it can be tough. It can be really tough. One of the things I did, let me give you a tip. I made sure that I had experience in all the different departments. I worked in 3 different countries and I worked in the men's department. I worked in the ladies department. I worked in maternity. I worked in the children's department. Yes, I also worked in the theaters. I also worked in the critical care department. It was such great fun, but there came a time where I decided I wanted to do something different, and that's how I transitioned into something else. And now what I do is marketing and recruitment, something I really enjoy. And I want to support you to understand how to make the transition so you can start a whole new career by yourself. Okay? So, number one, I want you to look at what you enjoy doing right now. Which department? Besides, one of the things I realized in the general wards, yes, whether you're working with male adults or female adults, most of the care is usually the same. The difference is whatever medical condition they have. They could be diabetic, they could be, having cardiac problems, they could be having kidney problems, they could be having spinal problems. Such a whole range of conditions, or they could be elderly, yes. There are so many opportunities for there that are available for you if you start thinking about it now. And I'm not saying you just walk away from your career. If you are at that stage, I want you to plan it. Give yourself 3 months, 6 months, a year. And depending, if you want to travel internationally, give yourself a bit of time to plan. Get your finances in order. Get your family in order. Get everything up, sorted, everything clear, organized, so that it's not stressful. It doesn't have to be stressful, yes? Because relocating is a huge deal. And I don't think a lot of people get told. When I first relocated, there are so many things I would do differently that I know now, like plan ahead of time. I would probably even visit the country I want to relocate to, go on holiday, get a feel of the place, yes, if I can. If you can't, you can do the research online. Go and check that place you want to relocate or where the job offer is, the potential job offer. What is that city like? Very important to understand. What is the cost of living like in that area? Because you can take a job offer, but the cost of living in that place is really high. And if you haven't got a plan in place, you may struggle. Yes? And it's not even that you may struggle, but it depends. If you are coming as a single person, it may not be that challenge, but you still have to plan ahead of time. If you're coming with family, you would have to plan ahead of time. The schools, what are the best schools in the area? Which are there any local churches? The pharmacy, all the things that you would need. Yes, and it takes some support. So I got you. Leave me a message. Yes, one of the services that I provide is to coach you, support you, so that as you're making the transition, you've got all the help you need. But you gotta be proactive. And you gotta be ready to make the transformation. So let's go back to your skill set and the department that you enjoy the most. Do you enjoy surgical nursing? Do you enjoy theater nursing? Do you enjoy the organized chaos of the critical care department? Yes. One of the things I loved about working in the intensive care department was how, oh my goodness, everything can be quiet, calm, but it's like the calm before the storm. And it was fun for a while, but there came a time where it wasn't fun anymore. It was fun for a while, but then, so that is up to you. Listen, you must enjoy where you are. The experience is amazing. So which department do you enjoy the most? What type of patients do you enjoy looking after? Do you enjoy a slower pace or a really fast pace? Here is a free tip, especially those of you who are under 30. Maybe you're just coming out of nursing school or about to graduate, or you're in second year, or you're considering it, or you could be a caregiver right now planning your healthcare career. You could be a carer or a healthcare assistant or a nurse associate. There's so many different things that have changed at the moment. Whatever it is, I want you to consider long term, because the truth is, in the healthcare industry, you have to plan your career well and take care of yourself. Otherwise, it can get too much. Yes? If you are not intentional, it will get too much. That's how people just walk away. It's not just that the workload is too much, it's not having a plan. Yes? Knowing I'm not willing to do that and I'm not going to stay in this department, because sometimes you want to leave the NHS or the hospital, but all you need is to work in a different department and everything will be like, oh, I'm cool. It was that department that I didn't like. Or it could be you're working with a group of people that you just don't get along with despite your best intentions. Some people we just don't get along with, right? And you can have the difficult conversations. But sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. It just doesn't work out. There's some people we just don't get along with, and that is perfectly okay. Okay? So plan your career now. Take charge. Which type of nursing do I enjoy the most? And which one would I want to invest more time in? Yes? And skill set. Here's another free tip. Get your intravenous therapy up to scratch. Yes? Get your your intravenous therapy skills. Get the training and start implementing, start doing it. These are skill sets that will serve you well in the long run. Say, for example, you decide you want to change careers, you want to start your own business. Intravenous therapy is an important skill set to have. Intensive care department is an important department to become confident in. Outpatients, there's always a huge demand. These are areas in the hospitals that there is always a huge demand because there's such a high turnover. These are high pressured environments. But if you work there, it will be part of your adventure and you'll be like, I am so glad I did that. You're not easily intimidated after that. Yes? So outpatients, intensive care therapy, theater. Yes? Get to work in these departments, if not just for the experience. And that is one of the ways how you become a highly marketable healthcare practitioner. Yes? I hope you're hearing these tips really well, because listen, if you want to know more information, I also do coaching to prepare you to make the transition from where you are to maybe changing careers, to become more confident, to become more sassy about what you want in your career, so that you're really giving your patients the attention they deserve, to understand what your boundaries are like. I'm looking after these patients. I can't help everybody else. I'm a team player, but I gotta attend to my priority patients first. Yes? Where you think like a manager, where you're not just taking on other people's work, because some people don't want to do their jobs. Let's be honest. Some people don't want to do their jobs. And if you look like you're the kind, caring, and you just don't let people give you the work that they're supposed to be doing. Yes? So I want you to become more confident in your career and to start planning your career. You can work in 4 or 5 different countries in the world, 8 different countries. You can use your healthcare career as a time to travel. Maybe you're just leaving nursing school. You can work in 5 different countries before you settle down, before you decide to get married, because you've had a life. You go and work in a certain country for 3 years, 5 years, then you go and work in another country. You can make this an experience for yourself. Or you can work in places like the United States where you are a travel nurse. The rates are so good. But you need at least a minimum of 2, 3 years. 3 years, I think, when I last checked. I'm going to update that knowledge even after, this week at some point. So you need to give yourself at least 3 years working in a department. Now, listen, in the coaching, yes, my part is to support you so we are going towards your goals, accomplishing your goals, your financial goals, because there is nothing like having money problems and trying to look after other people. It's not a nice feeling. It is not a nice feeling. And yes, the institutions pay what they pay. We have to be okay with that. Yes, you must be okay with what the industry pays, what the institution pays, what the NHS pays. Yes, your part is to now plan and figure out, okay, I am grateful for the salary I've got that I'll be getting every month. How can I make the most of it? Can I invest in stocks and shares? Can I get a website up and running? Can I start selling products online? There are so many things you can do with your nursing career. But usually what I find is we're so busy, you haven't got time to search all this information. You haven't got time to compare and contrast what is better for me according to my lifestyle, according to where I want to go. Am I getting married? Do I have a family already? Am I planning for a family? Yes, so, it's just having the right knowledge and the right support and becoming confident that you can accomplish a lot in your career. Yes. Okay, so listen, if you want to know more, I want to work with a coach, I want to plan my career, I need some support, I haven't got time, I work such long days, get in touch with me, and I will speak with you soon. Bye for now.